Students, in this video we can learn about the distribution of minerals, the map marking. So here in our syllabus we have to learn the distribution of petroleum. One is offshore oil field. The offshore oil field is Mumbai High. It is located in the Arabian Sea. It is 160 kilometers away from the Mumbai region. So this is the Mumbai region, and from there 1 or 1.5 centimeter away from the coastline you have to mark a dot to show the Mumbai High offshore oil mining area. So here for if asking Mumbai High offshore oil field, this don't forget its location is in the Arabian Sea. If simply asking India's offshore oil field, in our syllabus there is only one offshore oil field, that is Mumbai High. So we have to show the location by a dot and want to mention the name very close to that particular feature. Otherwise you can use arrow marks also to indicate its location. Next oil field, that is Digboi, which is in Assam. So here when you marking, you have to take care this Brahmaputra river is flowing through this region. So in this part itself you have to draw the oil field Digboi. So two oil fields we have to learn in the map marking syllabus. Digboi, which is located in the inland in the northeastern part of India, and the other one is offshore oil field, that is Mumbai High. Next is about the coal field. Only one field is there in the syllabus. This only we have to mark. So coal field in India, that will be the question. So we have to mark the location with a dot in between these tributaries of Damodar river. This is Damodar river. These two are tributaries of Damodar river. So between these tributaries in central point we have to mark it, and you have to write the name as Jharia. So Jharia is the only one coal field that is given in our map syllabus. Next is Singhbhum. It is the iron ore field. Singhbhum iron ore field in Jharkhand. So there is only one field given in our syllabus for marking, that is Singhbhum. So only these four places are there to learn for the distribution of minerals in the map marking session. In this map we will learn about the distribution of laterite soil. So we have learned laterite soil is present in the western part of Western Ghats. So this is the Western Ghat. Western part of Western Ghats receiving heavy rainfall and long dry season. So here laterite soil is present. So when you draw it, you can draw this line by touching the origin or source of the rivers, but taking care this side don't touch the coastline. Without touching the coastline we have to mark the presence of laterite soil in the western part of Western Ghats. Then the higher regions of Eastern Ghats also have the presence of laterite soil. Summits of Eastern Ghats also have the presence of laterite soil, that is marked here. Then in the northeastern hilly areas, Garo, Ghasi, Jayantia hills, those regions receiving heavy rainfall, that region also have the presence of laterite soil. In the western part of India, here some parts of Malwa Plateau, some parts of Rajasthan or the Aravalli region also have the presence of laterite soil, that also marked here. So most of the time in the board exam, the area for laterite soil will be asked generally. That time we can mark this region in the Western Ghat for the presence of laterite soil. But in some question paper, many times it is asked like this: mark an area for laterite soil in northeast India. Once it is asked, mark an area for laterite soil north of Tropic of Cancer. So that time we can mark these northeastern hilly areas for the presence of laterite soil. and 2 years before, one question came, mark an area for laterite soil in the western part of India, northwestern part of India. That time we have to mark these regions for the presence of laterite soil. Now this is about the distribution of red soil. So regions in the eastern part of India, red soil is distributed in large area in India, but which states have major parts covered with the red soil, that only I am showing here. So generally these questions are asking in the board exam also. Here the Tamil Nadu state, its a large area is covered by the red soil. So when you are drawing this pattern, take care, do not touch the coastline. Here a large area of coastline is covered with the alluvial soil. So little away from the coastline we have to draw this pattern to show the presence of red soil in the Tamil Nadu region. Then in Andhra Pradesh also, the Eastern Ghat region itself, but other than higher summits, the mountains have the presence of red soil. Here plateaus also have the presence of red soil. Then in Odisha, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, that means Chota Nagpur plateau region also have the presence of red soil. So these are the regions for the distribution of red soil in India. This map is about the distribution of black soil. So here we know that black soil is present in the Deccan Plateau region, and parts of Malwa Plateau also have the presence of black soil. Generally in map marking we will mark a triangulated pattern for the presence of black soil. So that is the general nature. But if you are marking the presence of black soil north of the Tropic of Cancer, then also it is not wrong. So generally Deccan Plateau will be shown by this rough triangulated pattern for the presence of black soil. But if you are marking north of the Tropic of Cancer, north of the Narmada river, that is also right itself. Then here in Gujarat, some area also have the presence of black soil or the lava soil. So in the questions, shade an area to show the presence of or area of black soil, like that only the question will be asked. So we have to show the boundary, then we have to give a shading, otherwise you can write here black soil like that. So these are the two important regions, but keep in mind most of the time we will be asked to mark the black soil which is present in the Deccan Plateau region. So automatically when the question is about the black soil, that you have to keep in mind, we have to mark the location of Deccan Plateau for lava soil or volcanic soil or black soil. Now we will learn about the location of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil that we will mark mainly in the inland alluvium or riverine alluvium. So if asking for coastal alluvium or in the eastern part or western part, then only we will show the states in the eastern part or states in the western part. If asking generally, shade an area or shade a state to show the location of alluvial soil, we will mark the regions within the northern plain, means Indo-Gangetic plain. Here if we are going beyond this line, means this shows the boundary of the alluvial soil in the northern region. If we are going beyond this line, these are mountainous region, there mountain soil only present. So you have to make it sure you are covering these rivers, you are shading an area above these rivers to show the location of alluvial soil. So a general question, show an area for the presence of alluvial soil, we will write here northern plains or Indo-Gangetic plains alluvial soil and shade that region for alluvial soil's location. If specially asking an area in the eastern part of India, then we can mark these regions for the presence of alluvial soil. Otherwise, don't mark such regions for the presence of alluvial soil. So always keep in mind, this is the area where Yamuna, Ganga, Gomdi, Gagra, Gandhar and Koshi, all these rivers flowing, there only we have to mark the presence of alluvial soil.